Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to a new episode of Boys to Be Boys in Her. This week's episode is titled The Double Standard. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast. As always, enjoy the show. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to a new episode of Boys Be Boys, minus the her. Jordan, what we got going on, bro?
Welcome back to the OG couch. You know what I'm saying? Things may look a little different, but it's because we fired everybody. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't working, so everybody had to go.
April Fool's type shit. No, that's not what's going on, y'all. Y'all just stuck with us this week, big bro. What's going on, y'all? How's your week, bro?
Oh, my week was good, man. I can't complain, you know. I went to work. Everything was pretty good at work. Everything chilling. People was happy to see me come back, you know. Feel good to have some love, some energy.
Feels good to have a reason to get up for every day, not just stay in the crib, go back to work, you know, just...
You take things a little too far.
Well, that's what's up, bro. My week was Gucci, though. I mean, you ain't asked, but I'm just telling people.
My fault, Brody. How was your
I'm
week?
here for the people. I appreciate it, big bro. It feels good to be loved, like you just said. I need to feel the same love. But my week was solid, bro. That UConn shit was crazy. The UConn Duke game, that shit was crazy. I was up watching that. Week was a little hectic.
I'm a UNC fan, so that was pretty like really great for me to see.
Facts.
to see it ending like that.
Shout out to Tom, my boy.
Yeah, shout out to Tom, friend of the pod.
But aside from that, we had the Yankees opening day. Shout out to them boys today. They are big right now. But aside from that, my week was calm. You know, I feel like I get like in a better mood once I know spring is like coming. You know, the weather was like real Gucci this week, so it started to actually feel like I could be like outside, like the sun's on my face. Pause. That sounds crazy, but like I'm outside, like the sun is like it feels good to be. I got a cocoa with cherry at work. Like I was like, it felt like summertime. Like summer in New York City, bro, low key undefeated. Like people shit on the city, but in the summertime, when the weather's nice in New York City, it's like there's no place I'd rather be.
Nah, for sure. Especially you talking about spring boy. I'm a spring boy. You know, like I said, big Erie energy always. So, you know, this time for me is just. You know, ready to shake, ready to go.
Birthday boy on the way.
Yes.
Yeah, it just feels good, bro. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start the pod. Hey, Brittany, Delilah, and we missed y'all this week, but we're gonna try and do our thing and try and be Kobe and Shaq and shit to this episode, y'all.
For sure.
You know
I mean, more like LeBron and D Wade.
Whatever you want to call it, but I'm LeBron. You can be Wade for obvious reasons.
I mean, I guess.
But speaking of two GOATs and speaking of some GOATs that we got in the City Said World 7, we're gonna start with Jordan's GOAT. We're gonna start with Kanye. Out of nowhere, surprisingly, dropped the Bully album, bro. So I'm gonna let you start off. Lead the way, bro. What you thought of the tape?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Bully album is a good project to me. The production levels is 10 out of 10. Like, I think at this point in Kanye's career, especially with all he's done as a producer, if you're not saying he's the best producer of all time, you gotta say at least top 3. Because just the way he's able to elevate sounds and stuff like that, just with whether it be samples or just the way he executed his voice or another person's voice on the track, it's just undefeated. I don't see anybody in the game doing better.
I mean, it's like he was trying to be a spokesman for Kanye. He didn't really get into the album. Like, I got no problem getting into it, bro. Like, I don't really think I put it in the chat. I might have saw it first. I know I woke up and I saw it and I was like, oh shit. I didn't want to play it right away because some albums when they drop, you want to hear it sometimes in the car just to make sure like, does it have that like replay value? Like if I can play it in the car, I know I can collect it in my crib. Sometimes, like, you know, depending on the artist. But so when I got in the whip and I started playing it, bro, it's so some songs was hitting and some like it. This I think Kanye's also in a different sphere where like some of these albums, some of these songs are stadium songs.
For sure.
Like some of them songs are like they're legit. They like okay. Like I saw the vision. Like, you want to play this in SoFi.
For sure.
Like you want to shut down SoFi to this. Like you want to go in these different stadiums. When you go on your stadium tours, that's what these songs are for. And some, bro, like if I had to go out of 1 out of 10, bro, I'll probably give it a 6, maybe a 7. Like I think he's missing some goats on the album. The main goat being I think Pusha was missed on this album. I don't think the bars on this album are where they should be. And it's no secret. We know Pusha writes for Kanye. He did One Away. He did a few albums a few songs on the Donda album too.
Shout out Side too.
Yeah, I mean the writers like Kanye. Like I have no problem with Kanye having writers. Like I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a musical genius. So at this point, it is what it is. But I think that his voice also didn't sound like the same on his album. Like I felt like it was like I think it still needs to be mixed and mastered even more. I feel like he's in the past he's gone and did like add-ons to albums. I'm not sure he's gonna do that on this one, but I do think that this album to me, one, it doesn't have replay value. I'll put it that way. It does not have replay value to me. But I do think some songs. I think it was the fourth track. I forgot the name of that John. Give me 1 second, bro. What's the name of that John?
The fourth one. Or do you mean the one with him and Travis?
Nah, not the one with him and Travis.
Were you talking about what is it, Power?
Oh no, it's called All the Love with him and Andre Troutman.
Oh, okay, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that joint's a banger. Like there's some songs on there that I was like, oh, I see the vision. Like I can rock with it. But overall, like I don't think the album was. I think like the way the album was marketed was this is the new Kanye is back. Like they had him and the boy from Cali, the Big Boy in the neighborhood. He has a morning show out in LA. He went to Kanye's like little listening part ever, and they showed him listening to a clip, and he was like his head was bumping, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, like it's Kanye back." But then I heard Bully, and I was like,
"But that's what I think. I think it's more so they're saying Kanye's back as in like the sound, like I said with the production value, because the production on this is amazing through all the tracks. Whether or not you feel the lyrics are as strong as they need to be, I feel like at this point in Kanye's career, he's trying to focus on bouncing back with the people, especially because, like, as we all know, he's been very controversial off of, like, the music aspect, or even on the music aspect, where he's been talking about some stuff that people really haven't been wanting to hear. So I think with this time, he just stuck to the basics, giving you that, like, now he is devout in his faith as being a Christian, but he's also... Huh?
He said that?
Yeah, I mean, all of these songs are like Christian-based songs.
No, like it has like the church, church feel.
And I feel like that's what he wanted to give you. He wanted to give you something that's basic that everybody's gonna grasp. He's not like, oh, I'm coming in and I'm trying to step on people lyrically, or I'm trying to like attack other people and what's going on. It's more so just get people to understand and feel the music, good vibes. Everybody gonna be able to move to this. Everybody gonna be able to understand where he's coming from. Everybody sonically. I feel like sonically that's what he wanted. He wanted to grab everybody sonically to be able to understand and feel the music. And I feel like that's what they're saying.
So you think he did that? You think he did that on this tape?
Yeah. I feel like he's definitely done that, because I feel like I said, I feel like he took a step back on trying to be lyrical, just to make people understand and feel the music.
I mean, Kanye was never seen as lyrical to me, bro. Like he was never.
Nah, he tripping backpack days.
I mean, he hasn't been backpack Kanye in a decade and a half, bro.
Oh, I know,
but when we talking about like the last project he had the writers, he had Pusha and all these other guys. I think that element of this album was missing. To me, like I felt like this was like not like a demo album, but like this is like it felt short. Like I said, there's no replay value. Some of the production on some of the albums, some of the songs are phenomenal. The way he's able to flip certain songs, like oh shit, like maybe he is back to an extent. Like he's in there. Like you heard some of these songs, like, okay, like you do reminisce. I say, okay, like, old Kanye is in here somewhere. But then you hear some songs like, yo, bro, like, I felt like Kanye is such a collaborative artist. Like, he collabs well with so many different artists. I felt like with just him, like, I felt like he was missing his, all of us are not on the pot right now. Like, we're still missing our rest of our team, right? I feel like Kanye was still missing some of his teammates on this album. Like, I feel like he still could have used something else, like something was missing. I'm not trying to discredit the people who did put the album together. Like it's not easy to make an album, but I do feel like something was something was missing, bro.
Oh yeah, I understand what you mean. It definitely was like a different feel. Like to me, I guess like to me, I'm also in a space right now where energy to me is everything. So just the fact that it could be good vibes and good energy, that right there made the album really good for me. Like. I'm not saying that this is a perfect project, but I rate it like somewhere around an 8.
That 8 is out of 10. Fucking high as hell, bro.
Yeah, but like, that's what I'm saying. To me, the lyrics definitely did take a step back, but just the production and the energy that the album is giving me, I like the feel of that. It's a feel good album to me.
Bro,
it's a feel good album.
Bro, 8 is like
it's a feel good album.
8 is like. Not Twisted Dark Fantasy, like...
No, you're tripping. That's a 10 out of 10 album.
Okay,
that's a 10 out of 10.
So you telling me this album is 2, on the scale of 1 to 10, is 2 grades below? That's
yeah, but 2 grades below, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot to me.
Bro,
it's hard for you to get above an 8 for me.
Like, bro, I'm going to just break this down in something we both understand.
Okay.
If you bag a 10
Okay.
And the number scale is subjective, so bear with me, y'all. It is subjective. If you bag a 10, I bag an 8. What's the difference between a 10 and an 8?
There's a big difference.
It's not because
my scale of what a 10 is, like
not a big difference.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I still in my life I've never met a 10.
Bro, clip that. I've never met a 10. Yo, bro, on my mom.
I've met a lot. No, I've met a lot of 8s, but I've never met a 10.
Yo, be honest.
I swear, on my scale, I've never met a 10. Honest. I've never met a 10 in my life.
Oh my God, you're definitely lying.
No, I swear. Cause like, for me, I also scale things differently, right? Because like I scale things based off of where you are too. Like a New York City 8 is not the same 8 that you get in like Pennsylvania or something like that.
Bro, what the fuck? No, bro.
I'm just saying I scale my my scale's a little bit different. It's hard to get to a 10.
I don't mean to digress. So hold on. I get like a 5 and a 7. It's like people shit on 7s. Like there's nothing wrong with 7. There's nothing wrong with wiping the 5.
There's some 6.5s are good. 6.5s are
half scales, but
bro,
if you get
a 6, then let's say a 6. A 6 is good. There's a lot of women that are 6s that thinks they're like 9s.
Right, but to me, the only difference between an 8 and a 10 might be she might have like a big nose, or like she might wear a size 12 in feet. Like
I mean, but to me, a 10 is perfection, and I've never met like a woman like. I don't even think I'm a 10. Well, let's not say that. But I don't think I've ever met a 10. Like a woman who's
name
perfect.
5 on top of my head.
Who's perfect?
I'll give you one though. Thames, you're a 10.
Thames is not a 10.
Thames is a 10.
Thames is not a 10.
Thames is a 10.
Thames is not a 10.
If you look like that,
we love you,
like
Tim.
that.
We love you,
Thames
Tim.
is a 10.
We love you, but Thames is not a 10.
Thames is a 10.
Okay. She's a 10 for you.
Yeah, but
so that's what I'm saying. So it's subjective. Like my scale is different from yours.
But you can't tell me never in your life have you met a 10. Like that's crazy. I bet you met a 1.
No, I don't think I've ever met a 1. A 1 is crazy.
A 1 is realistic.
To put a woman at 1, that's crazy.
Bro, you never seen some girls go in the club.
You see, he's out here doing this to you women.
I'm not degrading nobody. I got friends that I know on 1. Some dudes that I know, this is crazy.
1 is crazy though.
Well, if you go outside in a friend circle, like it's a known thing, like especially a woman, like they'll have a circle. And there's always the baddie ones and the ones that. They got great credit score.
Nah, yeah, for sure. And them, I would be like, all right, she's probably like a 5, 4, but not a 1. Not a 1. A 1 is crazy. A 1 is crazy. 1 is crazy. Like it take a lot for you to gain those points for me, and I'm just saying. No.
So what makes a woman 10?
So what? She would have to be perfect. And I've never met a woman who's just completely perfect.
In what way though?
I mean, I scale it with not only with her looks, but it's also her mindset as well.
Okay, but how do you get there?
It's like I'm saying.
Like what does her mindset have to be for you to say, oh, she's a 10?
Well, it's a maturity thing, how she thinks. Like for me, I'm also attracted to intelligence as well. So it's all of that. It's all of that to equal to 10 for me.
Bro, you tell me like you never met somebody that's intelligent.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you never know who has looks.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
is what
I'm saying is like let's say she's like a 4 or 5 in looks.
No, I'm not.
But her intelligence. No. I'm not saying you jump at 5 points. But I'm saying, but her intelligence is off the charts. That could move her up to a 6, 6.5, maybe even a 7.
Oh, you tripping?
I'm just saying.
Oh, you tripping? Nah, you tripping. Let's get back on track. You tripping? You losing me right there.
But look, I do got something for you, right? So the makeshift project, right? Shout out to that pod. Yes, for sure. They did like
two white guys, no ball.
They did like a search on ChatGPT for the top 25 artists of all time, right? And they had Kanye at number 23. So I just wanted to read off the 22 artists in front of him and just see what you think. You can just do it.
And this is like all time, like that.
All time, like just artists, and it's like a compilation of everything. So it's not just sales or awards and stuff like that. All right, so just yes or no, what you think? So yeah, number 1, we got the Beatles.
Whatever, sure.
All right. Number 2, we got Michael Jackson.
Yeah, we're fair. I mean, hold this one. There's no way. How the fuck are the Beatles ahead of Michael Jackson?
That's another thing. I don't understand that. Go ahead. ChatGPT, you be bugging sometimes. All right. The third one, Elvis Presley. Hell no.
No.
Hell no. Number 4, we got Bob Dylan.
No.
Don't think Bob Dylan's better either. Number 5, we got Queen.
No.
Number 6, Madonna. Hell no.
Nah, that's close. Madonna's still lit to this day, bro.
No, she is, but do you think she's a better artist than Kanye?
Off Impact? She might beat you. I mean, that's fair, but go ahead. That's fair.
Number 7, they got Prince.
No.
Wait, so Madonna is a shaky, but
No, I'm saying like Kanye's not better than Prince.
Yeah. So your no means he's not better.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. All right, so the Rolling Stones.
I wasn't alive for them boys, but they have crazy impacts. I'm gonna say no.
We got number 9, Stevie Wonder.
No.
All right, Aretha Franklin at 10.
No.
You don't think Kanye better than Aretha?
Go down the list.
Okay. Led Zeppelin.
Yes.
Whitney Houston.
Yes.
Jay-Z.
Yes.
Tupac.
Yes.
All right, there we go. Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
David Bowie.
Yes.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
It's no way you telling me that he is better than Whitney Houston, but he's not better than Beyonce, gang.
Because Beyonce has we put into like Whitney's not like Whitney vocally she has like Beyonce, yeah. So that's all she has. She has the songwriting, but Beyonce puts on the show, bro. Like you take that into account with everything that you're saying and impact.
But artistry in general,
that goes into being an artist, bro.
No, I know, but I'm saying like
I'm gonna take
acting over Beyonce, everything.
I'm gonna take Beyonce over Kanye.
All right, we could agree to disagree on that one. We got Nirvana.
Yes.
All right, Eminem.
Yes.
Bruce Springsteen.
Yes.
Mariah Carey.
Yes.
U2.
Who?
U2.
Those motherfuckers that
we don't even know how the hell they got them. It's just like, yeah, they got a contract with us, so you forced to take them.
Till this day, that was one of the craziest things Apple did in my life.
And you could not delete them.
You couldn't delete them. I was on shuffle bumping and whatever, then YouTube song. I couldn't even name a YouTube song, but that shit was crazy. I must absolutely not.
All right, but it's fair to say that majority of those artists that was on there, you saying Kanye a better artist?
No, I mean, like, I don't shit on like generational impact. Like Kanye is one, like he's on the Mount Rushmore. When you talk about like overall artists in hip hop, he's up there. Like you can't, especially for my generation. And we're talking about the people in the past. It's like it gets murky at some point, becomes subjective in what you like. But sonically, like you were saying, you hear some of these songs like Power and Through the Wire. Some of these songs that you hear, bro, you can't.
It's undeniable.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't fake the funk on that John. You know what I'm saying? So, I do see that. But I do think, when you're talking about him, bro, I just think the album did slightly fall short on my expectations.
All right, before we move on to the next one, I do want to talk about, for a little bit, Tory Lanez just released the album, Slutty Bass.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, he been wanting to talk about Tory
Lanez just released Slutty Bass. And I'm not gonna lie to you, for something that was recorded on a prison phone, to come with those 808s and that 80s sound, it's just, I'm not gonna lie, I'm addicted to that 80s sound, man. Like from Alone at Prom to this, oh my gosh, like I'm just gonna keep reiterating. Sonically, they're giving me what I want to hear. This is feel good music. You could dance to it. You could vibe to it. It's gonna make the ladies move. He got a birthday song on there where he talking about ladies backing it up on you for the birthday. We're always gonna prove of that.
I'm gonna just let y'all know, Tory Lanez was not on our script of things to talk about today.
But it's okay.
But speaking about prison, I got the great segue. Because speaking about prison, this nigga going to jail again.
Who's going to jail now?
So if y'all say, as we're going down the City Said What segment, we're gonna talk about Pooh Shiesty and what he did to Gucci Mane. I think we talk about like dumbest criminals. I think he got be. He went down the list of top 20 dumbest criminals. It might be Pooh Shiesty. So for those who don't know what Pooh Shiesty did. And for those who don't know who Pooh Shiesty is, or some people to the pop, pretty sure who Pooh Shiesty is, but he got the one big song is Get It Back in Blood. That's his song. If you don't know who that, but if you don't know what that song is, then I don't know what to tell you. But Pooh Shiesty, that's his biggest hit, arguably. And so recently, over the weekend, Pooh Shiesty, when I was the weekend, this was yesterday or the day before that, but
it might have been
yesterday, 2 days ago, right? Pooh Shiesty was arrested by the feds for, I don't want to say allegedly because he ain't found guilty yet, but this video and everything else, what he did, Gucci Mane, he held Gucci Mane basically hostage at the Gucci's record label with him, Big 30, and Pooh Shiesty's dad. And Pooh Shiesty basically said, yo, I went out of my contract, put out an AK-47 on Gucci Mane. And
took the diamonds out his ear.
Yeah, then they stripped him down and basically said, yo, I went out of my contract, signed his contract. He didn't, Gucci Mane basically says, this is not how shit gets done. He signs the contract. Shit, that's crazy.
I just want to say,
like, the shit that was crazy was, he's saying that after Gucci signed the contract, Gucci Mane allegedly didn't date it, and Pooh Shiesty passes the contract over to his dad, and his dad then looks at the contract and says, "Oh wait, he didn't date this shit." And then make sure Gucci Mane puts a date on it. Yo, this shit is you can't make this shit
so
up.
crazy because, like, first off, this is not NWA. NWO. You are not Ice Cube, my boy.
He can even go as far as he's not the Locks either because they did that with Diddy.
And not only that, but in today's day and age, a judge will easily void whatever is signed because under duress. You can't do that. You cannot do that.
That's just like, bro, on so many levels, bro. Like, bro, and I can understand you might being a fan of your contract or the contract you signed. You might be like, yo, you getting robbed, and which does happen in his defense. Might be happening. We don't know how much money he got getting ripped off from Gucci Mane. That could be possible, 100%. I'm not saying that's not happening, but you can't also strong arm a dude, menacing with an AK, and think you get out of the contract and that's gonna work. And not think the feds are gonna be after you after that. Like, even if Gucci Mane saying he didn't snitch, even if he said he didn't, bro, this was not done in the back alley,
that's
bro.
What I'm saying.
People saw if you look at the affidavits, people saw what you were doing. Mm-hmm. They asked there was a cop that was working there, and someone told him, "Yo, go upstairs. I think someone's menacing somebody with a gun." Mm-hmm. Like this is not made up. Like this is crazy.
And it's just like what expectations did you have with this situation where you were going to blast Gucci and say, "Oh, he's supposed to be this street dude, so he's not supposed to snitch"? First off, he is far removed from the streets. I don't think anybody even today would think that Gucci is a street dude anymore.
That's a fact. Yeah,
far removed.
That him and Walker thing is long. It's a decade ago at this point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a businessman, and he's in his office when you're doing this. So to even think that you would just get away with it and just go to social media like, "Oh, he's snitching," come on.
But like, not only that. Like, I ain't even trying to throw this that condition, but Gucci has that schizophrenia. Like, I ain't confronting nobody with schizophrenia with a gun, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, there's so much wrong with this story, and I don't know if Pooh Shiesty. I mean, like I said, Gucci basically said, "Yo, this ain't how it's done," and Pooh Shiesty said, "Yo, I don't care. I don't care. Like, this is what I'm doing. Like, I'm a gangster." Yo, bro, like, you're a fool.
100%, especially after you literally just got out of jail.
He's wearing an ankle monitor.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you can't make it up.
And then you trying to fight the allegations that you're like not an informant and working with the feds, but then you do something that literally, if you get if he doesn't go back to jail for a situation like this, it's nobody in the world that's not gonna believe he's not working with the feds.
Oh, you mean to get out of this?
Yeah, to get out of this. You walking with an AK, like it'd be different if it's just like alleged. We don't got no proof. But we got video proof. So if you manage to get out of something like this, they gonna know you working with the feds.
I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that because it could easily be like Gucci end up just being like not a compliant witness.
That's true, but what DA is gonna turn that down? This is a celebrity case. Ain't no DA gonna turn that down. They'll press charges for Gucci.
I mean, yeah. I mean that's true too. I just think that, bro, like when you talk about like artists that do dumb things, bro, this
top of the list.
Yeah, like, and I never heard of the other rapper, Big 30. I never heard of him. You know who that is?
Nah, but I think Big 30 is that his dad?
No, this was Gucci's artist. No, Big 30.
Big 30 was also with them trying to.
Yeah.
All right. Like, yo, you get out to yours, I'm getting out of mine too.
I think it was something like that because allegedly that there was. If I get this, I want to get story correct. I believe it also was, if Big 30 is not Gucci's artist, there was another artist named Scar who passed away who was under Gucci's like label, and Pooh Shiesty felt like he was also being done dirty in his deal also. So there's a lot that's going into this, but this also happened in Texas. Like Texas don't play about nothing when it comes to these type of crimes. You know what I'm saying? So this is I think the big thing too. Insane.
I think the big thing too is like when you a young artist. You just have to like be well aware with these contracts you sign in. No contract you sign in with no label, especially if it's under an artist, is it going to be a favorable deal for you. You're not going to make the money that you think it is. You're always going to owe them money back. So, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm this like big knowledgeable guy, but I know one thing that they always say is when you're that guy, they're going to find you. And
I mean, I don't think that's always the case either.
No, but I'm saying like Like, there's some artists that are really good, but like when you're the guy, like when labels are coming to you and they're like, yo, we want to sign you because we're gonna make money off you, you're gonna make money. Sometimes you should take that into account and be like, yo, they found me and they think I'm this already, and I already got a following. Maybe I don't need the label route. Maybe I could go the independent route and I'm not going to make as much money, but I'm going to be able to be free to do what I want to do compared to like these people holding my money up, or they'll give me $10 million and then I owe them that $10 million, but I didn't even make $10 million off my damn music.
I think every artist is different. I think there are plenty of artists that I've come across and known, and they're could be super talented, but then also like it's not easy to blow up. You're always chasing that one, and I think sometimes you can find a form of, you need the resources. Like you get the resources behind you with the label that you have a chance to blow up, and I think sometimes they make that decision. And in this decision, Pooh Shiesty thought he was making that decision, and clearly that wasn't the case, because you don't do this if you're making money and do what you're supposed to do. You only do this if you think you're getting robbed, or someone's not, if they're not put, the label's not behind you, backing you think the way they should be. And in this situation, Pooh Shiesty clearly felt a way to do this, but A does not have to equal B. Like just because you feel like you're being shortchanged, whatever the case may be, they're playing with you. You don't do nothing like this, because now what's the outcome? You're not gonna make. Now you damn sure not gonna make no money. You know what I'm saying?
And it goes back to just like stand on your decisions. You decided to sign that contract. You signed that contract for certain percentages, and if you're not getting that back, it's obviously because whatever way you thought you was gonna be finessing to get the money, you're not doing it properly. So stand on your decisions. You make that decision, there's no need for you to be doing the rest of this stuff.
That's a fact. And now we're going to switch segments, so we're going to talk about a segment. Speaking of artists that has the label behind them, this is one of the biggest artists in the country right now, arguably, and that's Chris Brown. So we talked about this. This before the last pod. We was talking about if, what she said, if Cardi put me on stage without a copy of dance, or Tim, put me on stage. I remember who asked the question.
Yeah. Britt asked you if Tim's pulled you on stage, if you accepting a lap dance.
Exactly, and I said no, if my girl is there.
And I told, like, she gonna have to hold that L.
Well, someone had to hold the L this week, and it's the shorty that was at the recent Chris Brown concert. Was seen making out. I don't want to say making out, but
Nah. She threw the tongue in there. She threw the tongue in there. That's considered making out.
At the concert, and the cameras. Shout out to these cameramen. Don't be getting up. Shout out to the cameraman who knew what section she came from and panned to the right
and found the husband.
Found the husband.
Found
the husband, bro.
They knew exactly where to find the husband.
And that boy's heart was in his chest.
Yeah, like you knew it was a disappointment because of the shake of the head. Like you know when you shake your head and you just like, yo, I can't believe, like the audacity. And I understand, because we all have those things when you're in a relationship and you like, yo, I'll let you get the pass for that one person, but I know damn sure he ain't think that Chris Brown was going to be pulling his wife on stage.
Granted, she's a baddie. She's a beautiful woman.
I've seen
the pages on Instagram. She's a baddie. But, bro, this is like what we talked about last week, and this is why I said Tim to call me up there. You don't put yourself in that type of situation like that, because this is nothing like following your ex on Instagram. This is not nowhere near the same. This is when you put yourself in a situation where you know your emotions and everything's going to get the best of you in that spirit, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for her.
For sure.
Like, if you're actually a married, and it's not just her, but if you're actually a married woman who's like devoted to her man, but you just, Chris Brown is just your celebrity crush, which we all have celebrity crush, you know what I'm saying? And you never think that, oh, he's gonna call me up there. Like, you may say, oh, it's gonna be me, but deep down, like, nah, like, there's no. And then when you actually do get called, this is why some people say you have to say no, because when stuff like this happens, like, people try to bash Chris Brown. Oh, why does he even do that at his show? That boy is an entertainer.
And you know
let him entertain.
And you know what? Before this actual clip, it was a lot of people that thought that this was actually fake, that he doesn't actually kiss them, because the way they pan off the cameras and stuff like that, or the angles that he hits, you don't really know if he's actually making out with the girl.
Right, it's so just face to face.
And the fact that this one, you actually see the clip, and she in it, like, you can see her initiate the tongue. You can see her.
She don't even look over to her man over there. She did not get the moment. She don't even look over to where her old boy's sitting at.
And to do that in front of your husband, that's where the disrespect comes into play.
I mean,
because like, if he's not at the show, don't get me wrong, it's still bad. It's still bad. But to me, I feel like to be in the building and have to witness that, is way worse than seeing that shit online.
I think either way, I'll be hurt either way.
No, I think
like,
I'll be hurt.
I think it makes it even worse if it's in person. She taking the cab home. If I'm watching it for the first time online, I'm packing my bags and leaving. I think either way, like there's a conversation that's gonna be had. It's gonna be a difficult conversation.
Yeah, divorce lawyer don't want to speak out.
I don't want to take it that far.
Nah, divorce lawyer don't speak out, bro. How you recovering from that?
I mean, this goes into a different conversation. We eventually get to the pop, but even to touch on it real quick. But I think people forgive people for cheating all the time.
That's true.
Like they do it, and I think women might. I think it's split. Men cheat, women cheat. I don't think there's one more than the other. Especially in the outline rate, like we see is like I've seen it enough to know it's split right down the middle. But I do think the difference between accepting or forgiving or trying to rekindle with a cheater is the fact that, especially for guys, is this went viral.
That's what I'm saying.
Homeboy's gonna be flaming your bro. You can't take it back. Yo, bro, like yo, what?
And not only that, but
if he wasn't there, she would have slid him his number and took you back to the hotel. Like it's always magnified worse when the outside people are in on your relationship. It's not private. Now this is on Center Street. You know what I'm saying? It's clear as day what happened.
And then not only that, but you gotta think about it. Not only did it happen in front of you, but it happened so easy. It didn't take no effort. I mean, so you thinking about it like that?
Boy got motion.
No, he do got motion. But just imagine now she want to go out with her friends and there's other dudes with motion. You not there. That's going to eat at you. And I'm not saying that you got to be like super insecure to where you can't trust her anymore. But I'm just saying that those thoughts may slip into his head again after this situation.
I mean, I think that it's two separate things because of course the trust factor is definitely going to be gone. But when you go to some of these concerts, like the Usher concert, we talked about before on the podcast, like it's a known thing what Usher is going to do. That's why I think you have to have these conversations with your lady, where, yo, if he calls you up there, I don't feel comfortable with you going. Is it like I put you this way? Well, they was front row. If he paid for those tickets, he paid. You feel what I'm saying? He paid some. If he dropped, you know what I'm saying? Even if she paid for it, it don't make a difference because you're married. Like it doesn't make a difference if you pay for it or he paid for it. But you gotta have these conversations, and like you said, this has been going on for a long time with Chris Brown, so you know what's going to happen if you get called on that stage. And you might think, okay, at best, he might thrust on my girl or, nibble on her ear, something little. I might be uncomfortable, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it'll be a conversation, you'll be salty, whatever, I think, but eventually you'll be like, all right, whatever. Front on make it now is like, the act is over with. Now the lines are clearly been crossed. There's no gray area behind it, you know what I'm saying? So how do you
That's what I'm saying. And to me, I just see it a little worse because it didn't look like Chris Brown really initiated it too much. Like he was there, yes. So
I see what you're saying. You saying like he was. You think he gonna keep PG-13?
I feel like it was a chance he could have kept it PG, or just like if he got in close, it was gonna be one of those I'm not gonna go too far. But the fact that she was just like, nah, come in threw the tongue in his mouth, you know what I'm saying? That's where.
Nah, you're right. Yeah, 100%. That's where it's like, yeah, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you just eat that? Like, how do you take that L as the man?
Love make you do crazy things, big boy. I don't know.
That's true.
So if that happens, you think you're leaving your girl if she does that? Be honest with the pod.
I think if we being honest. Like, yeah, I think, yeah. And it would be hard because, the love is there, but I don't know if I'd be able to recover from that. And it's not even just like I said, I don't even think it's just like in your ego or insecure type of thing, but it's just like, yo, it's just the way it happened to me. Because it was just like fast. I'm right there, so there was like no level of respect. And it's just, like, I understand that's Chris Brown, but...
I'm your man.
Exactly. I feel like you should feel like my motion is just as good as Chris.
So I just tell you, bro, it's not.
Nah, I'm tripping. Well, he's tripping because my motion is definitely there. CB ain't got nothing on me.
I think when you break this down and look at it, bro, I think that if this is your wife, I don't think a divorce is going to be imminent. I think it's something you might have to try and work through at first because I think you're married. This is a regular relationship. Yeah, you can come out the door. But if you guys are actually married, then I think something you might have to try and work out. And I'm not to say it's going to work out because it's always going to be there, bro. And, bro, there's so many layers to that. Like, the family, like my mom got to see that. Like my mom been talking to me crazy, blowing up my line.
And you know, moms sometimes like you know they already be like
I already like it to begin with. That bro, that shit crazy now, John. So I don't know. It's murky. It's murky. Now speaking of moms and family members, we seen this in the comments before on other podcasts, and it kind of sparked our idea of when is it too much, or when do you say no to lending family members or friends money? What is actually the boundary do you have to set up?
So you said what?
You think
what was that? No. I heard the first part. But what was that last part you said?
Do you have to set a boundary?
Do I have to set a boundary? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably the worst person you should ask for this, because if you ask anybody that's close to me, they know when it comes to like lending friends or family money. You know, sometimes I'm real bad because I will give my last, and like sometimes they don't even like it's no limit to exceed. Not saying that y'all should try to hit me up for no money because we ain't got it like that. But I'm just saying, like, also I'm a very giving person when it comes to that. So sometimes I will give if you need it, just because, you know, I want to see my people doing good. You know what I'm saying? So if they need it, I'm definitely gonna look out. And I'm not even the type of person to be like, yo, so that 1,000 you borrowed from me.
So you're not expecting it back?
Not that I'm not expecting it back, because I do expect it back.
That's where the boundary comes in. So
if you tell me that you're going, like, that you're borrowing it and you're gonna give it back, especially if you give a date that you're gonna give it back, I'm expecting it then. But I'm also not pressing like, yo, you told me you was gonna give me this then. Like, you know, there have been times where I just like, you know, a person told me they was gonna give me something back. They either never gave it back, or like that date come and they ain't give it back that date, and you know you waiting for the money and stuff like that, you know. So sometimes I am.
So you're taking the L.
Yeah, I take a lot of L's.
But then we also, because this is why I think it plays into a fact of when you break it down, it's like, okay, yo, bro, you mind if I owe $50? I'll get back to you in a couple of days. I'm about, all right, bro, yeah, whatever. A couple of days come up. Kirkus, you don't hear from me. Like I said, I'm not the type either to text you within that. If it goes on like a week and a half and I still don't hear nothing from you, like people know when they owe you money.
Mm-hmm.
Like they know, like people know when they owe you money.
The conversations start to change too.
Yeah, like,
they won't hit you up as much, stuff like that.
And yo, bro, this is yo. You ever had someone ask you for money, bro, and then you give it to them and you see them in the club that same night?
Yo, now I don't know about the club the same night. But you definitely out to eat at restaurants and stuff like that, and that's the thing. It be burning me. I'll be like, yo, I should say something, but then I'm also not the type of person to say something.
Like I gave it to you off the strength.
Yes,
I thought you really needed it. Then you might like, you feel what I'm saying? I thought you were behind on the bill or whatever the case may be, and then I see you out. Oh man. So I think what it comes down to is that if you're in a situation when someone asks you for money and they don't pay you back the first time, the second time they come asking around, because that's what happens. They ask me once, so I do an action.
They did. They definitely got
That's how. Especially if they think we fucking got it. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's like I see. Here's the thing. We've been voted the most two toxic dudes on the podcast by the listeners.
Don't know why.
Don't know how.
Don't know how.
What we do is tell the truth.
The truth is set you free.
Bro, you can't keep asking me for money.
100%.
Unless you're my moms or like my sisters, you cannot keep asking me for money. Because I'm eventually gonna say no.
Okay.
Like,
you mean like without paying you back?
Yeah, no, they without paying me back. My mom, I always never see my mom's really pay me back. You know what I'm saying?
Mom do still never pay back.
But my mom doesn't have to even ask me either. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but like, and I'm, you know me, like I tell the pod, I tell whoever, I'm full of mine. Like, I ain't got nothing to hide with nobody. If I pay, I got no problem for paying for certain things, and then certain things like, yo, bro, like, I would have my crib furnished by Family Dollar if it fucking would last, feel what I'm saying? So, with certain shit, I just be like, yo, bro, like I just said, yo, if someone asks for money, then I see them out on the gram or something, I'm like, yo, bro, alright, see, now, like, nah.
Like, you playing with my emotions, Smokey.
Yeah, like, that's crazy, and then you take forever paying them back, like, yo, bro, like, we can't be doing that, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think also like the amount of money also, like at least for me, that's where it's gonna really like lay down the foundation for how we gonna moving forward. Because if it's like $50, like most of the time, I'm just gonna be like, hey,
it's whatever.
You know, let's start reaching like the $350, $500.
I think the threshold is, to be honest, is $250. Once you pass $250, it's like,
alright. You might just be like, alright, brother, you told me you was gonna give me that joint back. now I might have to set a little boundaries. You might ask, and next time I might have it, but I might be like, nah, I ain't got it, bro.
So if someone always pays you, yo, let me hold $250. I'll get back to you next week. Next week comes, are you asking where's the money?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to just directly ask you. I'm going to wait till... Because, like you said, you already know you owe me bread. So, if you give me the money, like, you know, everything's smooth, everything cool. But, like, sometimes I do give you... Like, I'll give people a couple extra days or, like, even a week. Because, like, you know, sometimes situations happen. You might have needed it then when I loaned it to you. But then now when you expected to pay me back, now your car just broke down. You needed the bread. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I give you some time to realize, like, you owe me. And like, don't get me wrong, like, I have certain people that they know they'll come to me because they know I'm not going to be that person that's going to pressure them, throw it in their face, like, yo, I gave you this, I gave you that. Or, like, be pressing them for the bread, so they'll come to me and ask me, which is why I said I'm, like, one of the worst people to ask this question.
But I think but that's what I'm saying with carrying the boundary, because I think there's nothing wrong with telling somebody after you give them, they give you a deadline of a week, they don't pay you in a week, then 2 or 3 weeks later go by. I think there's nothing wrong with saying, yo, bro, like, you said you owe me this, like, alright, where's that? But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, I think it's like an unspoken rule, because as adults, if you know you're not gonna pay me back on time, hit my line, like, yo, bro, I know I owed you this, blah blah blah. Like, now you can't run away from an uncomfortable conversation, because, like I tell my kids sometimes, like, if you need something from me, like, hey, no problem asking me or whatever. So you had no problem asking me for the money, but now that you gotta pay me back, it's, yo, I've been meaning to text you X, Y, and Z. Like, yo, bro, stop playing, big bro. Like, what are we really doing, bro?
I mean, I feel like it also kind of depends on the dynamic of your relationship too. Cause like me, I'm not the type of person. I don't really go around asking people for money.
That's it.
Like there's only specific people that I know for a fact that I ask them for money. Why? Because the same thing. They not gonna throw it in my face if I need to give it back a little bit later, or they not gonna be like, yo, I loaned you this, I loaned you that. So like, I do have a friend that, like, you know, sometimes that friend borrows money from me, or I borrow money from them, and like, we'll be like, all right, I'll pay you back on this day. If you don't get the money back on that day, it's not that the person just not trying to pay you back, but it's just like, either they really did slip their mind, or they just like, yo, I know he gonna ask me for bread, like, right then. So we just passing it, almost like a susu, just passing that joint back.
Passing that box.
So, like, I do have, like, you know, a couple friends where we do stuff like that. And I do have a couple friends that'll look out like, yo, you in a tight bond, I got you. But me personally, I always make sure if I borrow something from somebody, I don't like having debts. So if I borrow something from somebody, whatever date I said I was gonna give it to you, you get that shit early in the morning.
Right.
Or be like, yo, my check dropped at 4 o'clock, I got you.
Type shit. I respect that. So speaking of that, we're gonna shift to the Yo That's Crazy segment, and this segment is kind of packed out. We got a lot for y'all, a lot to unpack. We're gonna start off with the biggest thing that's trending on right now in the NBA, and that's the Jaden Ivey comments that was recently said. Let me get the quote exactly. So Jaden Ivey seems like he's been unraveling over the last, I guess you would say a few days, because he was on IG Live for, I think, 2 separate days for like over like 5+ hours, like just talking about the Lord. That's an apple pie. So let me just read the quote real quick, bro. He said on the recent quotes that people are suggesting that got him waived is, the world can proclaim LGBTQ, right? But they proclaim Pride Month in the NBA, they proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. It's unrighteous. So he said this, and he has this account's over 250,000 followers. And he said this, and shortly after that he was cut. Now there's so many ways to go and discuss this, and even in our group chat they were saying that he got cut because of the comments he made. But I'm gonna reserve my opinion to you for you to go first. Let me know what you think.
All right. Yeah. So first off, there's better ways to go about this situation, especially because then you start mentioning players like Stephen Curry. You start singling out players and stuff like that, saying that they're not righteous because they don't do certain things as a Christian. You don't have to do all of that. Another thing, you end up losing your wife and your family for the situation because you just feel so devout as a Christian that you just feel like everything that you feel is unholy and unrighteous needs to be said. Your career was already starting to decline, my boy, because of the injuries and you not being able to get the same contracts that you was going to get as a healthy player. So you want to run the risk of not only affecting your career, affecting your family, everybody that you care for and everybody that you take care of, But you want to start talking about, like, this has nothing to do with you. How people want to live their life or how the NBA wants to promote the people that live their life has nothing to do with you. God didn't specifically put people on this earth to say, oh, okay, this person is living unrighteous. You have to be the specific person to go tell them and do whatever actions to them.
To him, that's the case.
I guess this man's a prophet.
According to him, so I'm gonna just, like I said, I'm reserving my opinion for that Jordan go first, and that's not because I'm siding with Jaden Ivey, but I don't think this is the reason why he was cut.
No,
like that.
That's a combination of things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I didn't like was the narrative that was that, oh, he's homophobic and that's why he cut him. No, I can guarantee you, if Kay Cunningham, who was on his team, said this, Kay would not be cut. Well, at one point was on the same team as him. His former teammate,
he would be suspended, but not cut.
Josh Giddey. We all know what Josh Giddey was allegedly picked up and was allegedly doing. OKC let him go in Chicago, welcoming him in. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So teams will tolerate you based on what your talent is. And people say, oh, that's unfair. Get a fucking helmet and go to work. Life is unfair. Mm-hmm. Like that's the bottom line. There's double standards in life and you cannot run from it. That I remember Bill Belichick just say the famous joke with Bill Parcells where Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator for the Giants and he was like, yo, Lawrence Taylor was 15 minutes late. And Bill Parcells said, how is he 15 minutes late? Why did you start the meeting?
Exactly.
Like it's like you cannot, like there's double standards in life for a reason. People will tolerate you if you produce. Like there's no ifs and buts about it. So I don't think this guy was cut because he's homophobic. I think he was cut because checked him. He was not producing. He was a menace in the locker room. According to multiple reports, were saying that nobody wanted to work with him. And so if you're doing this, yo, bro, get out of here, bro. Like you said, like you're not. The juice is not worth the squeeze.
Exactly.
Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like you could say life is unfair. Life is unfair. Like it's well known that that's Mark Jackson was let go because they felt he was too religious. Yeah, preaching a lot. They felt like he was doing too. Bro, if they don't want to hear that, they will pack you up, and there's nothing wrong with Tim Tebow. I mean, Tim Tebow wasn't good enough.
But what I'm saying is, right. So Tim Tebow was good enough to win your team a playoff game, like a big playoff game. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you're telling me he's good enough for you to start him at quarterback, win a big playoff game, and then now he's not good enough to even be on the team anymore. But it's the religious thing. Yeah, nobody wants to deal with religion. It's the same thing like schools, how they don't want to put religion in schools. The reason they don't want to put religion in sports too much because in football everybody prays and all that other stuff. NBA, a lot of people pray. You'll see the prayer circles and stuff like that. But it's when it becomes too holier than thou. You're better than other people because you're a Christian.
I mean, you going to run the locker room and telling them that people are unrighteous is insane. It's the report that he's doing. So it's like, I think that eventually he became like, yo, bro, you're just not.
It's not worth it.
They're not saying you can't play in the NBA again. They're just saying you're not gonna play on our team.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's not that he's not talented. No, exactly. He's actually really a talented player. But it's like you haven't been healthy, so you're not able to produce as much.
They said that. They said the report was that he went to the trainer and said, yo, I'm fine. Like there's nothing wrong with my knee. And they was like, I think we should get an MRI. And Jaden Ivey said, the Lord told me my knee was fine. And they did an MRI, and they was like, yo, bro.
Mental health is important. And I just would like to say that when it comes to situations like this, you should get checked out. Because especially him being, like, there was a point where he even stated before that there might have been situations where he was feeling depressed and stuff like that. You got it. Mental health is important. Everybody has to get checked out.
That boy Jaden Ivey was on something. So
that's crazy. The Lord said my knee is fine.
That's what he said. But they didn't MRI. It's like, your knee shit fucked up, big boy. What are you talking about,
bro? I'm just saying, like, as a person that had knee injuries, I would pray to God all the time and be like, yo, make this shit right. But that don't mean it's gonna be good.
You feel what I'm saying? So that shit was crazy. But I digress. We're gonna get into another depressing topic. What's happening in Maryland, not too far away from Chicago. I mean, actually, I'm bugging. That is type of deep flight. But anyway. Here in Maryland, crazy story. I don't know if you guys saw. Lady was getting some work done on her crib. Did you see this, Jordan?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she was getting some work done on her crib and was like, alright, I'm gonna go find me some 6 migrants to fix my roof. Find the 6 migrants to fix the crib, Jordan.
I think everybody knows what she looks like.
Yeah, invoice comes, the bill is $10K. She said, yo, I got something better. I'm gonna call Ice on these Jones.
Ice. Oh my God.
Ice came and packed them up, and she tried to skip out on the $10,000 bill. Jordan, please give us your thoughts.
I mean, I feel like everybody thinking the same thing here. Like, I'm pretty sure people, like I said, people know what she looked like. But at the end of the day, like that's just foul business work, because you got people out here trying to like live their life and gain opportunities that they won't be able to receive in other places that they come from. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be America, land of the free, home of the brave, and it's supposed to be like a big melting pot of all different cultures, religions, and everything coming together to succeed at one goal of just like, you know, living a prosperous life. And the fact that you feel like people don't belong here, but at one time people probably were saying the people that, like, you know, your ancestors and stuff that came here don't belong here. So, and that's the way you go about things, doing dirty practices like this, like hiring people that you already knew what they was coming with. So you didn't go specifically to a company that you knew had all workers that was properly documented and stuff like that. You knew what it was when you brought them in here. And your intentions from the beginning was to hire them to, you know, skip out on the bill. It's crazy.
So the young lady's name is going to be Karen Trevino. She's the one.
Karen.
Right. She was also later arrested for extortion, which is great.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did arrest her.
Shout out to whoever arrested her.
And she's also, she claimed that her family was facing death threats and everything else under the sun. Well, it takes a special human. That I think is one. I don't agree with the tactics.
The death threats and stuff. Yeah. No.
But it takes a different human being to sit there and do that. Well,
to devise a plan like that. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And to skip on a $10,000 bill, well, then don't get the house fixed. There's other avenues you could explore before getting people. And however you feel about migrants, you feel like some shouldn't be here, whatever, X, Y, and Z. That's not really the conversation. This is just a sense of your moral compass and who you are as an individual. And so if you do something like this, you just lack morals that I don't think anybody could truly align with, because I don't think this makes you a valued American citizen doing something like this. Because if you would sit here and told me you have a plan to, like, you want to do a sting operation on migrants who are molesting kids, they have a pedophile ring, you know what they're doing, but they're also contractors. We're going to hire them we're going to put an ad out and then we're going to get them out. Something like that, or devise a real plan. Mm-hmm. These guys are these 6 Guatemalans are just sitting here trying to fix it, get a job done on your roof, taking a chance. You went to exploit because you knew it was at Home Depot. Mm-hmm. You were so methodical in the way you try to act, and it was so malicious that you can't expect anybody to get behind you. Mm-hmm. And now you can't cry and say you're a victim either. That's like insane. Now you're really just trying to double down on your privilege. Like, well, like that's insane.
Double down on the privilege.
Yeah, like it's crazy. You know, you're just trying to you're truly exploiting people. And well, like some people, I just feel like it doesn't get talked about enough. And I'm not even talking about just like racism or anything like that. Just some people just aren't just built with a code, bro.
No, for sure.
They just lack just a morality clause. Like they just do not have it. Like exactly. At some point, it just like it skipped them somehow, some way. Like it, like I don't understand how. Like,
no, for sure. Think about it like this, right? You're saying that you feel like these people don't belong here. So you feel like these people don't belong here, but I'm gonna use them real quick. I'm gonna use them. And then now they don't belong here.
Like, that's crazy. You did my job. I did something, you did it. Like that's, and the funny thing is like these people they're not now going to be released by ICE. Once you're detained, but that's it. It's over. The job's done. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like you're getting released from Central Booking here in the Bronx. Like that's it. You're cooked.
Speaking of privilege, right? I just wanted to touch this topic real quick. So whatchamacallit? The NFL. It's pro day for Fernando Mendoza, right? And all of the reports out of that camp was he had an amazing pro day. And they all skipped the fact that just last year, when Shedeur Sanders was having his pro day, or when he was doing all of the press running and stuff like that, they made sure to bash him every step of the way with different articles about how he's tapping the ball before the throws. So that's not a quality release for NFL quarterbacks, or that will make it where he won't succeed in the NFL. that's not the same rhetoric for Fernando Mendoza. What you think about that, my boy?
I mean, I think there's no denying the way they treated Sanders last year. He was definitely being blackballed, but I do think, to answer your question, I think Mendoza's a better prospect than Shedeur.
I mean, and I don't think that that's a bad thing, because I'm not even saying that like Mendoza's not good, but I'm just talking about like the double standard. He's doing the exact same thing on every throw, and now it's not so big on slowing down a release, or it's not as big of an issue for all the teams out there for the media to be portraying to everybody. So it's just like another double standard, doubling down on that standard, as you said.
Right. No, they definitely are, and I think there's nobody in, like, we all know the most valuable position in NFL is quarterback. Mm-hmm. So, and there's not enough of them, good ones that is, in the league. So I think the league was quick to try and hurdle the Sanders family and humble them the best way they could, and the reports kept coming up, but there were people like Mel Kiper who was like, yo, boy, this guy's a first round pick. Mm-hmm. I can't believe he's slipping this far. So he had some people in his corner, but like you were saying, you have more people that were going against the grain and started to double down on what they felt was wrong with Shedeur. But I do think that Shedeur and company, I don't want to say he put a lot of people wrong this year, because the jury's still out on how good a quarterback we think he truly would be. Like, the jury is still up, because not for nothing, the Browns don't have a real roster to even see what he could be. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that the narrative that they put on that man was beyond unfair. And like, I'm a Falcon fan, but we hired Jeff Ulbrich, who was the defensive coordinator, whose son made that call saying that to Shedeur, yo, we're about to pick you or whatever. And it was like, the way that he was treated throughout that process is arguably one of the worst things I think I've ever seen within the NFL. that I've seen within the NFL to actually do. And I commend Shedeur because he didn't, to the T, you know what I'm saying? So he didn't waver or he didn't do any of that. He just kept his head down, and as much as you want to shit on Dion for how him being too cocky or whatever, you can't say his kid is not professional, because after all that, he didn't lash out or do anything like that. He said, yo, I'm going to play ball and prove you wrong. And so far, to an extent, he's made some mistakes, but he's proven, I think, some people wrong, but time will tell. I think that the Browns' biggest problem now is surrounding him with talent, but then I also just recently seen that Haslam, who owns the Browns, said he expects Deshaun Watson
to take over the starting job. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, he's put in a position to fail.
Yeah, it's like it's an uphill battle for him the whole time. But you know, biggest soldiers. You know, he got that Sanders on his back.
I'm not gonna
ain't never gonna doubt nobody with the Sanders on the back.
That's very true. So we're gonna switch over to our relationship segment. It's gonna be a little bit different now because we don't have two ladies here to kind of shift their own narrative, I guess you'll say.
You know, put the cape on for the ladies.
Right. So we're gonna switch to the first thing. So I feel like this is a real bros question though. Like, I don't feel like this is a woman's question. The women may do it too, but they'll let us know in the comments. All right, big bro. Do you tell your boys that they're messing with a slot? I don't want to say slot. That's a little derogatory. They're messing with someone who's been around.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm real big on, like, you know, your decision on who you want to mess with is your decision. Now, granted, if we all know the reputation of the female before it gets to the point of, like, they locked in, then, you know, obviously we're going to have a conversation about it, and we definitely going to, like, you know, chop it up about the whole situation, break it down. But at the same time, you're a grown man, so your decision is your decision. So I'm not going to just try to influence your decision by telling you, oh, nah, don't do this, don't do that. But we're going to talk about it. What you think?
I'm going to be honest for the pod.
Alright. Honesty is good.
First thing that you got to say, if we know, what does she look like? Because
let's say she's an 8, but she's an 8 for me. Right? Which means she's probably like a 9.5 for you.
I ain't even going to play those games with you, but if she's solid looking. If this is where, and ladies, please listen to me because I'm not lying. This plays a part because guys will often, and women do this too, but I know guys do it more because I'm a guy. Mm-hmm. Guys will tolerate more if she looks better. There's no ifs and buts about it.
For sure.
And they will put some woman on the pedestal like, yo, you too good to be X, Y, and Z. No woman is too good to be all. The women who look good who do it, do it. Same with men. It's vice versa. That has nothing to do with looks. That has nothing to do with how promiscuous you are. That's the best way to put it. So when you take that out of it, some of my boys I know, if they don't have the game to try and get a good girl. They don't. So they're put up with a woman who's been around, and I can only say one time, yo, bro, such and such. I know such and such and such and such did that. But hey, if you don't care, yo, bro, that's like I can't. Like, I didn't think, like you said, they ain't going man. Oh, I can only tell them. But if you my man, it's like I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, like.
I mean, that's true.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's like an unspoken rule. Like I have to tell you that, yo, you've been with someone who I personally know such and such has been with her. Now, there's also a difference, like, there's a difference between, yo, she was a jump off, or if it was like a relationship. Yeah. Like, say if my boy was in a relationship with, let's say, a girl named Amanda. Mm-hmm. They dated for like a year. And then my other boy, Michael, wants to date Amanda. Like, oh, boy, that's such and such. I don't know if you know her ex-boyfriend, but her ex-boyfriend was like my boy. They was cool, they whatever, didn't work out. But now, if you telling me my boy Michael and my boy Robert or talking to this girl and she already smashed Robert, I'm like, yo, Michael, yo, just so you know, she been around the block, not just because she fucked one guy, because she fucked multiple guys that I know, and she was always single. That's how she get down. I'm not saying she's a bad person for that. I'm just saying that I feel like it's at some point, it becomes your responsibility to tell your boy, yo, X, Y, and Z. Because here's my thing. Mm-hmm. If I tell you this is their background, don't come to me a month later
and be like, yo, bro, why you ain't tell me? Yeah, I feel
because now, I'm not the type of friend that say, I told you so. I am the type of friend that say, yo, boy, you gotta make bad decisions. Because I'm gonna hold you accountable. Because if you know how something is, you can't sit there and not put a cape on and think you could change it.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? I also look at the situation different. Because, like, to me, I would never label a female that unless it's, like, certain situations. Like me, if she's single and she's just having fun, I don't look at her like that. Because I'm not gonna look at a man for doing that either. You're single, you doing what you do. I'm not looking at you like that. To me, it's more so like, yo, she was in a relationship with this person, but she slept with this person.
That's why I said relationship. That's my point.
Wow, look, things going on, you know. That's when I'm gonna be like, you know, foregoing warning, bro. This is what she did when such and such, and it's gonna be the same thing with like my female friends. Like, you know?
Oh no, this is not just women.
No, I know. I just want to say it for the pod so they don't think that we just only talk about not just that, but so that we're not specifically only talking about like the men's perspective. Because like my female friends is gonna be the same thing. If I have some information like, yo, he be dogging girls out, blah blah blah.
I think women are even worse with that because I have we were talking about this in the chat before about when you guys mentioned about if a guy does a girl wrong when she doesn't want a relationship, should the guy is it on him to stop talking to her? And I was like, no. But I know women who would still deal with a guy who's already been honest with you and tell you this is not what they want, but then you get mad he's talking to somebody else. I'm like, yo, bro. Or if I text like, yo, I got a homegirl, she was messing with, I didn't say her name, but she was messing with some guy that she knows was doing dirty. I texted the other day, yo, what you doing, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh no, I want a trip. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. You want like where you at? Oh, I'm with such and such. I said, yo.
I mean, but that's what basically what you just said. Like once you give them the warning, it's up to them. They grown ass people, so they can do what they want to.
This is why I say, as a friend, my limitations. I feel like as a friend, I'm warranted to tell you what I know. If I have information as your friend, I'm warranted. I have to tell you.
For sure.
Like I'm obligated as your friend to tell you, yo, such and such cheated on her man with such and such. If you're now trying to cuff her. Just foregone conclusion.
There's a chance that she could be cheating on you with not such and such, but
it's not always a cheater. Always a cheater. It depends. But if I know you're dating somebody, right, and you cheat on them with 3 different people, okay, like odds are you're a cheater because you're not doing just one person that you're just gonna leave my boy with and go be with this guy and live happily ever after. Mm-hmm. If I know you're cheating on my boy with multiple different people. And then have a different guy who wants to come in that wants to date you. I'm gonna say, yo, bro, she's known to, you know what I'm saying? And if you tell me, yo, we doing our own thing, she do what she do, I do what I do, yo, bro, whatever, different strokes for different folks. Live your life, my boy. But don't come to me a month later or 3 months down the line like, yo, bro, this chick did such and such. I'm like, yo, bro, like
don't even hit my line.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that. I'll let you vent.
Just don't hit my line.
Nah, you can't.
Because I already told you. Don't hit my line.
Nah,
bro.
I ain't gonna.
Not with that. You hit my line for something else.
Nah,
you feel about something.
Nah, you can vent to me. But I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, bro, if you sit at the table and you know the menu, and then you get mad at how the cook made the food, that is on you, my boy.
So what you listening for? Then?
You gotta vent. People want to vent, bro.
I understand that, but don't vent to me about a problem that I warned you about, bro.
Nah,
that's like me telling you, like, yo, watch the last step outside because it's faulty. The shit could trip, and then you go do it, and then you like, oh, bro, I didn't watch out for it. And then you want to complain that you just tripped and fell, bro. I don't want to hear it. I told you.
People like to vent, bro. You gotta let them vent. Like, who am I to sit there and not listen to my boy? You're my friend. I have to listen to you.
That's true, and I am someone that people cause to vent to, but bro, alright, you're right. I'm gonna let them vent, but the whole time I'm gonna be like,
nah, that's the thing. I'm definitely going in my head like this motherfucker don't listen. Like I try to tell him, so many times. But this is why I say it also matters. Like, yo, there's a reason why privilege exists for men and women. There's a reason why, because you get away with more. Like we just said with Jaden Ivey, like if the juice is not worth the squeeze, they'll let you go. 100%. But I'm telling you, if she's at 8 and she got that thing, she got a dump truck on that joint, and she do that thing you got to do with her.
Fire.
You feel what I'm saying? You might.
I don't know about the cheating with like 3-4 guys though.
But there's guys who do it. There's guys.
That's dope. There is. I ain't like,
call them simps.
100%.
That's why it exists. Like there's guys who do it. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's women who take the guys back too. Like it's not mutually exclusive.
More prevalent for women to take them back. I don't know why.
I don't know, but I think there's guys though.
No. There are guys, but I'm just saying, and they definitely not telling their friends.
That's it. They'll keep that under. They won't tell.
But I feel like a lot of I know. I guess because they saying it, but I feel like I know a lot of women that will take the man back.
I feel like at some point there is a line has to be drawn where if I have information, like I said, as your friend, I'm obligated to tell you. Now, what you do with that information, that's solely on you. But you just know, because I would hate for it to be a situation where if my boys have intel on something, like my boys have information, they know something, and they don't tell me, but then it comes back to bite me, and then my girl, whoever I mess with, say, oh, your boy knew this about me, he didn't tell you? Bro.
Yeah, but then on the flip side, it's like I gave you the answers to the test.
If your boy didn't tell you.
Oh no, I mean if he didn't tell me, I guess I would feel like type of way if she revealed it to me.
That's what I'm saying. If it's really your boy, if it's really like somebody like me and you type shit, like somebody you really walk with, they don't be like, yo, bro.
Nah, that's true. But like if it's on some shit like she dated the other person and you knew, and it wasn't revealed like that, but it was just like, oh, she dated this, so how you ain't know? I'm not really going to feel no type of way towards you. But now if she come out like, yeah, he knew I did such and such and such, and he was like, he was right there. I'd be like, damn. And Jay ain't tell me.
That's what I'm saying. It's no Bruno, bro. It's no Bruno. Can't have it. All right, we're gonna shift over to our last topic, real quick. So I was having this conversation with one of my homegirls, and the topic more so was how soon into a relationship do you reveal your baggage? So your baggage could be your college loans is a problem, or you owe this and that, or you have legal problems, or you got a toxic ex that's a stalker. Like, how soon into the relationship do you reveal some information?
Well, I'm big about transparency. So, like, at least when it comes to surface stuff, right? So, like, that kind of stuff to me is like surface. That's something that's like, out in the open. So, like, people can easily find out about it. So, I'm out in the open with that. Like, I'll let you know, like, right away, let you know what you stepping your feet into. If we're talking about relationship stuff, if we just in the talking stages, I don't gotta tell you shit. But like, if we're in a relationship or starting a relationship, then I'm going to definitely tell you about that kind of stuff. Like, yo, I had an ex who was a stalker. The situation is better now. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a while. You gonna tell a stalker once y'all official? What you mean? You gonna wait till y'all official to tell that you got a stalker? I mean, I don't know if I want to be with her before we trying to make it official. I don't know. I think like I told you saying talking stages. You should. Like I told my homegirl, I think it's all subjective. Like you can't be transparent and say, situational. I'm gonna wait till it's convenient to now tell her. No, I'm saying everything's situational. Not saying that I would be opposed to tell her before we got into a relationship, but I'm just saying like ideally it would be around there, because like if we just talking like casually going out on dates, like why I'm gonna tell you about a stalker unless it's something that could come back and hurt you right away. Like it's different if she's still stalking me, because then I gotta let you know like, yo, you gotta watch out. It's a chance like she crazy. She crazy. She following me, so I know she'll follow you. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying, like that. So it's like it's a situation like that, yeah. But like when it comes to like the deeper stuff, nah, I'm probably not gonna tell you unless like you know we gotta be in a situation where you making stuff comfortable for me to open up to you about that kind of stuff. Surface stuff though.
I think it's all situational. I think some things should be said sooner than others. Like for example, you shouldn't wait to tell me when I propose to be my fiance to tell me that you're $35,000 in debt. Like you feel what I'm saying?
That's crazy. You should know that before you decide to get on your knee for sure.
Right. So I think a lot of it is subjective, and like I was telling my homegirl, I think it really depends on who you value to be with. Because if you value certain things to be more important, for example, if you don't value the person's criminal record, they could have done 10 armed robberies and you might not care. And that's fine. But me on the end, I like to know who I'm around, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like if she has had a stalker or any form of things that I deem as harmful to myself, or even to herself, or if it's either financial problems.
Or if she's a stalker.
Right. For example, if she tells me, oh, I'm paying back my student loans is $150,000. Yo, boy, that's a lot.
That is.
That's a lot. And that's not out of the ordinary to meet people who owe that much money in college.
No, for
sure.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Or if she sits there and tells me, oh, hey, I'm having problems with the ex, he's a stalker, I'm out the door. Or if she tell me, oh, I'm having what people love to come to me for because they know what I do for them. Yo, I'm having this legal problem. What do you think I should do? All right, I'm out the door.
Wait, would you out the door immediately if she just had a stalker?
Yeah, nah, I'm out.
Why?
Because, like, yo, bro, people die over this shit. Like,
that's true.
Like, there's people, like, and here's the thing about some people with stalkers. Because some people, that same trait that you found to be sexy is what leads to them being a stalker.
Sometimes, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, that same, oh, he does this, or she does that, she's so crazy, I love it. That same thing, they continue to just push the envelope.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get me wrong, there's some people who are just batshit crazy, you know what I'm saying? That is what they gonna stalk, you know? But there's some people that continue, or you breadcrumb them or whatever the case, and it just leads to, it just builds up. Now, you tell me someone's like legit documented, like legit stalking you, I'm out the door because, yo, bro, like, he could be around the corner when we go out, and you like, there's no, like, you feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why when I tell people, like, some dudes be like, yo, I'm messing with this chick, she's married. I'm like, yo, bro, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we be in her crib too. I'm like, yo, bro, you're an idiot. Like, people die over this shit for a reason. Like, you will come home, he will see you in your drawers on his bed, he's probably paying the rent or paying the mortgage, doing this and that, and she thinks shit's sweet in your cup.
And everybody don't got the restraint to be like, oh, okay, this is what y'all doing? All right, let me just walk out the door, just pack your shit and go.
The reason why it's called karma passion, bro. You
100%.
feel what I'm saying? So I think we gotta value transparency, but I think sometimes transparency also does go out the door because people say, or not say, people have the fear of losing this person.
Yeah, losing.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's like a fair thing to say.
100%.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, look at what you said. If she just had a stalker, you'd be going. Like, to me, I don't think I would be, like, immediately going, but, like, I need to know, like, what's up with the stalking? When's the last time they did this? When's the last time?
How do you really know that? That's what I'm like, there's some things like a stalker.
But typically...
It could just be like, you found out they were stalking me last week, but he didn't stalk me for the last 2 days. Bitch, how do you know if he's a stalker?
No, but it's not really the last 2 days. But it's just, like stalkers in general, like, there's, like, obviously there's some stalkers that take it past stalking. So I'm not talking about that, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's just like a stalker. Like she agreed to go on a date with him, it didn't work out, she wanted to cut him off, but now he's just doing too much to try to still run into her and stuff like that. So if it's situations like that, a lot of the times, once it's like really excommunicado, like they don't have no communication with you, eventually they start to phase on because they go find somebody else to stalk, or they find like something else to keep them occupied. So like I know women that have gone through that, or like, you know, through my profession, I've worked with women that have gone through that. So I know that there are phases where that does just fade away eventually. So I'm not going to just completely write her off if she got a stalker. But it is going to make me like, yo, what's up? I got to carry that thing with me. That blicky blicky.
I'm out the door, bro. I can't deal with the stress on my mental. But as we start to wrap things up, bro, let you get your final thoughts off. We're looking forward to this week.
I would say I'm looking forward to. There's a lot of like April is just a great month for TV shows. A lot of things is getting released this month. It's like the start really of spring because this is the real start to spring. My birthday is coming up in April, so it's really good for me.
Just for the record, you said the same thing last week. Well, I'm just.
It don't matter. It's always the same energy during this time.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it rip. Nah, I think it's up because spring break is the second form of spring break is out. And Brittany, you worked with teachers before, Brittany and Jordan.
Brittany, bitch.
I'ma just say, bro, I got some teachers on close friends. They out there in the streets doing real crazy things because, like I said, the teachers and nurses are unloyal professions. Out here going crazy.
All right, let the teachers and nurses pop that.
Yeah.
Wait, but one thing before we go, what did you think about the season finale of
Paradise? Fire.
Fire? Yeah.
Fire. But yeah, that's about it. This week's supposed to be bright enough for us. I think we did well. I think we did back to back. I think we did Kobe and Shaq during this episode.
Yeah, Kobe and Shaq, LeBron, Wade. I'm really LeBron. Don't listen to this guy.
Anybody paints their nails on this show, it's definitely you, my boy. So you gotta take on the Wade.
I would never paint my nails. Don't listen to this guy. But yes, I'm really LeBron.
Alright, y'all. That's our show for the week. Thanks for joining us. Hey, remember to like and subscribe to the pod. We'll be back next week, guys. Thanks for tapping in.